welcome to Al's Corner. Today we're going to be merchandising the top butt, also known as the top sirloin. Today we have a AAA grade top sirloin. The AAA designates the amount of interior marbling that is found in the subprimal. So normally, we would cut this into steaks, just one full slice, but we've got different grain directions going on with this piece. So ideally we need to come in and remove what's called the culotte muscle, or also known as the cap muscle. So we'll just do that now. Because the culotte muscle, cap muscle, is going in a different grain direction than the main muscle or the heart muscle of the top sirloin. And we always want to cut our steaks against the grain, not with the grain, so that it's tender to the bite. We're just going to clean up some of this exterior fat. And what's nice about the top sirloin, it's a grilling item. And it's a little less expensive than, strip loins, ribeyes. This piece here, to start out with, would be worth about $40, and we're going to see how many steaks we generate out of that $40 purchase. Just removing some heavy tissue here. And if we were to do a full slice, that heavy tissue would still remain on the steak, so it wouldn't have quite the same eating experience. So now we have the grain direction going in this way, so we're going to cut across the grain into our steaks. Good 3/4 to inch is usually the general rule when we're staking cuts. So as you can see, nice marbling and a good sized steak. Not too big, which is kind of nice. Sometimes the subprimals on the carcass are getting to a point where one steak is a little too much for some people, so this gives us an option of cutting a smaller portion steak size. So that's the culotte, cap muscle. Here we've got a little piece left over, so that can go into kebabs. For shish kebab meat, we'll just dice that. We'll generate a little bit more of that down the way. So here's our main muscle, also called the heart of the rump. So we're just going to take some of this fat back. And we're going to make what's called baseball steaks. So we'll take this heart of the rump, we're going to cut it in half. And we're going to come in here and start cutting our steaks. The first face steak is a little bit, it's got some connective tissue, so we don't want that in our first steak. And again, coming in 3/4 to an inch thick is the size for our baseballs. So that's our baseball steaks. And you could also, with the top sirloin, make a nice rotisserie style roast. Because of the size, it'd fit nice on the spit, just tie some strings on it and away we go. But we're going to continue to make baseball steaks with the other half. trim pieces into kebab meat. And our leftover waste. So as you can see, out of one top butt, and the cost of wholesale is about $40, we've generated 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 steaks out of one top butt, and some kebab meat for shish kebab. So it's a very economical choice when it comes to grilling ideas.